Yeah, what is good, my anime people? What is good? So, as we all know, one of the best shows has just made its glorious return, and I am pretty ecstatic to see Belle and the crew back. So much so that they made it a point to pretty much have us learning where everybody kind of sits and where everybody is kind of at when it comes down to uh, working just to be better, right? Not only do we see training happening, we got Bell learning mostly what he can about any of the monsters that he could be running into, giving him a much better chance of protecting his friends on the battlefield. What's my dodge? I forgot dodge. um, and of course, all of that's good and dandy, but at the end of the day, we already know how much how much things can just change on the fly, right? Like they can go in here knowing as much as they know, but to be fair, at any given time, things usually tend to just change up, right? And when those things change up, most people aren't necessarily ready for it. And Bell has been fortunate enough to have an ability that kind of makes him ready for those types of fights, right? Um, Having that heroic ability, having his hand pretty much spark up and be ready for multiple fights or to be able to handle a fight to its climax has always been what Bell brings to the table. And I think that's a pretty necessary thing as of right now because, from what I can tell, any character that is with him is under good protection, but at the same time, everybody has become so capable in their own ways that I'm really just looking forward to them doing stuff for themselves uh, and less of Bell saving them, right? Like, I feel like they are at a point where if they still really do need him to save them, they're not that all that helpful in that regard. So yeah, if they can figure it out, that everything that they can do can be brought and helping Bell instead of just being people that ultimately need him at the end of the day, we should be seeing quite a different approach at this expedition that I'm really looking forward to. Plus, we already know how well all the items created by our blacksmith have become, right? Like, over time, his art in performing and making his stuff ridiculously well is truly showing itself here as, um, as something that we could truly, truly believe in. The acts that he makes for a person who he despised. Our boy despised this man ever since they did what they did to him and his group, him, Bell, and the little fox lady, running past them, bringing a whole nother mob of monsters towards them, and doing it with no regards of what was going to happen to them. To the point now where he's making a weapon for him and they're actually going on an expedition. Sure, they did stuff prior to that whole situation going on and they kind of made amends for it. But to be fair, I know that our wolf guy he don't believe in it, right? He's just like, nah, bro. Like you can act like we're good, but until I feel like we're good, then I'll stop treating you the way that I treat you. And I think that's just good on him. But man, I am so glad Danmachi is back. I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I am because at the end of the day, I have many of plans to continue to talk about this show and maybe do an analysis on the overall archives of the show, like just a little bit of everything of the show because I've been enjoying it tremendously from start to finish. And I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about it. So maybe I'll make that video towards the middle of the season. We'll see how things are playing out with this season. But yeah, thank you so much for the support. I hope you all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case is when you're watching this. Take care. And if you do like and subscribe, it'll be greatly appreciated. It'll let me know that you enjoy what I'm doing here. And it will also show me which shows you want me to talk about the most. So I'll focus on them much more sooner than later. So take care and peace.